Hello, my name is Anie. I'm a high school student at Drummond and I'm 15 years old. Nowadays, it's normal for people around my age to find it absurd and old-fashioned when someone tells us what we can or can't do just because we are teenagers, we come from a certain place, or even worse, due to our gender or sexuality. But what if I told you that is not as old as they might think? In Saudi Arabia, women were given the right to vote and participate in governmental issues only in 2015. That means they could not vote just because they are women. While the achievement of the right to vote in Saudi Arabia is a step forward, women still face cultural and political barriers that limit their full participation, demonstrating that formal equality has not yet translated into practical equality. Therefore, Article 21 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, which ensures the right to political and public participation, is still being violated in Saudi Arabia. Today, you will understand that the lack of these rights perpetuates gender inequality, limits women's representation in public, and reinforces patriarchal structures that keep women out of the spheres of power and decision-making. People may argue that there is no violation of the Article 21 of the UDHR because they do have the right to vote. However, violations to women's right to vote are manifested not only through direct obstacles, but also due to structural and social factors. Saudi women's movements within society are governed by guardianship laws. They move with permission of a man, either a father, a husband, a brother, or a son. Men also act as guardians, overseeing women's choices and escorting them in public places. According to NPR.org, some Saudi women don't see how the elections connect to their daily lives. Former university lecturer Aziza Youssef, known for pushing the Saudi government to remove restrictions on women's rights, argues that while people in the West may think letting women vote is great for women, it is exactly what the Saudi regime wants the world to think while they continue to restrict it. In Saudi Arabia, where there are no national elections and municipal ones are rare, women gained the right to vote and to run in municipal elections only in the last election in 2015. According to the Wall Street Journal, 130,000 women registered compared to 1.36 million men, resulting in women holding just 1% of the elected positions. This disparity highlights both the barriers to women's political participation and the broader cultural attitudes that perpetuate gender inequality, including social and familiar resistance to their involvement in decision-making. The restrictions faced by women in Saudi Arabia result from a combination of cultural, social, and religious factors, including a conservative interpretation of Sharia law and a male guardian system that they require permission for everyday activities. Because it is illegal for women to drive, many female voters need men to drive them to the polls, and many of them need permission of a father or a husband to participate. It is forbidden to female candidates to campaign directly to male. There is a growing pressure for reform and some progress has been made. Although structural changes are still slow due to cultural resistance. It is crucial to know that women's political participation is vitally important to any prosperous and thriving country. However, Saudi Arabia is far from ending the violation of Article 21. Not to mention countless other articles regarding women's rights. Participation in a meaningless system is meaningless itself. Calling it anything else gives far too much credit to a system that is repressive. Raising awareness of such violations is the only way we can fight them. The lack of female representation in elections reinforces a cycle of inequality, and where women's voice remains silenced and their issues ignored. In short, this situation not only limits women's influence, but also legitimizes the continuity of a system that does not prioritize gender equality. Now you understand that Saudi Arabia indirectly violates the Article 21 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Susan B. Anthony once said, "There never will be complete equality until women themselves help to make laws and elect lawmakers." Let's give voice to Saudi women. This was my presentation. Thank you for your attention.